Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Mass Effect Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X. Time of recording is 12:07 a.m. Friday, October 25th, 2024. Tried to hop on at the actual normal time, 12 a.m., but for some reason Twitch wouldn't start. I had to restart my whole console and relog into Twitch. But when we last left off, we had ourselves a very interesting thing happen. An interesting thing and a very painful loss. We ended up losing one of our crew members, Lieutenant Ashley Williams. Actually, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams, so excuse me. Thinking about another situation. Well, we managed to destroy Saren's cloning facility, or breeding facility rather, on Vermeer. Put a serious dent in his Krogan forces as well as his potential for war. We also got ourselves a one-way... what would be the best way to put this? Interrogation, kind of, in the form of a... I mean, not really an interrogation, I guess. I mean, we tried to interrogate it, and it decided to be benevolent and tell us. Come to find out, it was an ancient being known as a Reaper. Come to find out, Sovereign, Saren's vessel, is actually a living being. I know, shocker, right? Apparently it's not some simple AI either. So we'll have to figure out precisely what it means by that. Made it a point to let us know that the exchange was over. And then it pulled a turn in which, quoting Joker, would shear any of our ships in half. So despite its size and despite its mass and despite it being on a planet, apparently it can still do things that would split us in two. So there's that problem. So if you folks like what you see and want to see more of me as we continue on, yep, we got to report to the council. Give me a like, a follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And get comfortable. Let's get into this. Pretty much approaching the end of the game so far, folks. Shouldn't have too much more. This stream, or at least the next stream, should be the last one. So we'll see.
Anything you need, Commander?
That was weird. I just heard a sound that was like a flamethrower from the Division game. As I was about to talk to Kate. That was...
I wanted to see how you're dealing with Ash's death.
Dealing, sir. Sorry for anything I said back there. Adrenaline.
It's not your fault. I understand.
I don't like losing people either, Alenko.
I've served for years, but never lost a soldier under my command. Not to hostile action, anyway. If you don't mind my asking, how did you deal with the losses on Akuz?
Only way you can do with something like that. You do the best you can. Do the best you can next time. Vow to do the better. Vow to do better. Simple. It's not simple to do, but it's simple to vow. You know what you need to do at that point. It's just a matter of managing to get your body to agree and then managing to get the results to pan out.
It's my job to get everyone out safe. I failed. I vowed not to let that happen again. Same here. I'll remember her, and I'll do better for her.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do. Thanks for the
All
advice.
you can do, brother. We ain't God.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Input? Hell, I don't know. We're fighting giant machines from outside the galaxy. Should I be afraid of them? Or in awe of them? Anything so old, so intelligent.
You can be both. But at the end of the day, while you're being afraid and in awe, just remember you still need to put a bullet between
Yeah,
their
they've
eyes.
been around a while. So were the Turians. We gave them a boot in the ass.
I think we're gonna need a bigger boot, Commander.
Yeah, that human way of justifying things don't really work well on people who actually pay attention to the details all the time, Commander.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Input? We're fighting giant machines.
Not what I
from
wanted to
outside
do.
the galaxy. I think we're gonna need a bigger.
Just trying to get a sense
We're
of
all
it.
in for the duration. You can. We're all. Commander.
Okay. Excuse me.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
Because humanity needs the Alliance. Goodbye, Commander.
Wasn't sure if she'd have anything different to say.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Just making sure you're
You look
alright.
Much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
This is always weird how it resets this every time she links her mind with you. It's not that you would have something else to say, it's just that it resets it.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I've been thinking about Saren. I actually feel a little sorry for him now.
You and me both. He ran trying to find some way to protect us all, and in the end, by trying to protect us all, himself and his people included, all he did was sacrifice us all.
He's become a slave to the Reapers and he can't even see it.
He is trapped inside his own mind. Part of him senses his identity slowly being swallowed up by Sovereign, but he is powerless to stop it. I wonder how he first fell into Sovereign's trap. Did he think he could somehow stop the Reapers from returning? Or was he simply driven by a lust for power and glory?
The last one, I doubt. He was a Spectre. He already had power and glory. He probably spotted something that most didn't see. It may even have been evidence intentionally laid out for him to bear witness to. But he probably saw something that was so wild that he couldn't prove it again. Like one of those, I saw this once and when I saw it, it was also destroyed kind of things. He probably saw it, snapped, and didn't feel like he could trust anybody else with it. Benezia probably popped up having found the same or some sort of similar information, and he figured she'd be more useful alive instead of dead. But that was probably Sovereign working on his mind, saying why not, you know, 2 indoctrinated thralls instead of just 1.
Whatever Saren's reasons may have been, they're long gone now. He has to be stopped.
Yes, I suppose you're right. He may be Sovereign's victim, but he is also a threat to all life as we know it. Let's not spend every free minute talking about Saren. It is bad enough we are chasing him across the galaxy.
I mean,
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
if he wasn't a problem, we wouldn't be chasing. So, you know. Yeah, that's always been one of them reasons why, like getting chips for me and like mental manipulation. It's just why those are things I really stay away from.
It was an honor working with you, Commander Shepard. Despite the losses, our mission was a success. My superiors will duly honor Chief Williams for her actions. Her sacrifice has earned humanity a great deal of respect from my people.
Ash was a hell of a soldier. She knew what the risks were, but she did what she had to.
Of course, the grim reality that every soldier must accept. Rest assured, Commander,
Yep.
my men and I will not forget what you have accomplished here. We will leave your ship as soon as you reach your next destination. Perhaps we will have the opportunity to work together again someday.
All right, Captain. Commander Rentola.
You have my gratitude, Commander. Most people would have left our team behind. The captain considers the mission a success. I defer to his judgment.
What do you honestly think? You don't consider it a success, or do you consider it more of a 60-40 kind of thing? 51-49. We made it. Woo! I can definitely respect it on that one. There that flamethrower sound is again. Y'all might actually have heard it this time.
Let me see what you have.
Probably didn't, seeing as how I was speaking, but oh, Sarah's council license. Cool. Metal gel upgrade. Cool. Let's go. There that sound effect is again. Caught you this time, game. Rex, bro. I know it's rough out there, especially since you saw potential for the Krogan to come back and be strong and surpass the genophage and whatnot, brother. I can respect it, but yeah, it was nothing but a trap of slavery, and y'all should see them a mile away.
Commander, things got heated back on Vermeer. You did what you had to do. I respect your choice.
I respect I didn't have to kill you, bro. Real talk.
I appreciate what you did, Rex. I won't forget it.
Just make sure it was worth it. Saren has to
It will
pay
be.
for what he's done.
Yes, he
We'll have him
does.
soon enough. Then he can answer for his crimes.
He'll do more than just answer if I have anything to say about it.
So long, Rex.
I don't blame that, because he did not create that facility to help them. He created that facility so he could enslave them, and give them a cage that they would happily enslave themselves into, a chain, a rope, a hook, whatever he could give them to get them to fall for it. He gave them. He knew exactly what to do, whether that was only his idea or Sovereign's or both or a combination of him and Benezia and others. I don't know, but he's the smoking gun right now. Him and Sovereign.
Commander, I wanted to thank you
What for?
Garrus?
for everything. Taking me with you, letting me be part of your team. I've learned a lot. I've thought a lot about what you told me. About not sacrificing innocence to achieve the goal. About finding the best way through, not just the fastest. And I've been thinking about Dr. Saleon, too. I'd convinced myself that he deserved to die, but then I started thinking about why I wanted him dead. I realized it wasn't because of what he did to
I
me.
thought this was it.
That he escaped under my watch, and I didn't like that. I let it become personal.
I'm glad you see it that way. Keep that in mind when we meet Saren.
Don't worry, Commander. I will.
You think he'd definitely have something to say. But
Looking for
okay.
You bet, Commander.
I don't know. I mean, it may be some injection system that I'm hearing.
Hey, Shepard. Do you need something?
Hey,
I
hey,
should go.
Tally.
See you later.
Something I can do for you, Commander. Aye, aye, Commander.
All right, that's the bottom deck. It's interesting how much time passes when you just run around talking to people in this game. It's already been 15 minutes. Like, Jesus Christ. Still got a few people on the bridge and then we're done.
Yes, Commander? Yes, sir.
Yoker.
Commander, I know it couldn't have been easy for you. Making the call between Alenko and Williams must have been... I'm sorry, sir. I don't know if I could have done it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Just pray it's never a position you'll be put in.
There is no right choice for something like that. I
No,
just
it's
hope I
not.
never have to go through it again.
No, I'm not blaming you, Commander. I'm just... I mean, it's hard, you know?
I know you're not. You gonna be alright?
Saren's still out there, Joker. Hold it together. We need you.
Don't worry, I won't let you down. I want to be there when you make that son of a bitch pay.
Oh, I have a feeling the entire crew does. Visually, it always is hard to get over how good the Normandy is, like, designed internally and externally. It does look
I
good.
forwarded the mission update to the Citadel, Commander. We got confirmation on those reinforcements. Ambassador Udina wants us to report back to the Citadel. The Council's massing a joint species fleet to deal with Saren and his gap.
Let's
Knew
get
they'd
it.
come around. Back to the Citadel, Joker. I want the Normandy at the head of that fleet.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Shepard. Thanks to you, the Council's finally taking real action against Saren.
The Ambassador is correct. If Saren is foolish enough to attack the Citadel, as you believe, we will be ready for him.
Patrols are stationed at every mass relay linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems.
Interesting. And what about
How many
Ilos?
ships are you sending to attack Ilos?
Ilos is only accessible to the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
Now is the time for discretion, Commander. Saren's greatest weapon was secrecy. Exposed, he is no longer a threat. This is over.
I agree with that partly. He cannot be afforded to let continue roam, and you can't afford to play waiting games with what he's doing. That being said, I will grant that a fleet, the Terminus systems, we would have war. To think otherwise, just because you want revenge or because you want Saren gone or whatever, is foolish. Even if you want Sovereign gone, it's still foolish. The result is the same. You have no choice but to move the same way we did the first time, quietly, quick.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Vermeer. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch. We have the situation under control.
You have to explain the control part, but you say I detonated a nuclear bomb. Let's keep it real. The bomb wasn't mine. The bomb was the Solarians, and that was their plan. Your team, or did you forget? No, of course you forgot, because I'm the Spectre. So obviously it's my responsibility, isn't it?
Secrecy isn't his greatest weapon. The conduit is.
Saren is a master manipulator. The conduit is just a distraction from his real plan to attack the Citadel.
Possible. But why do something like that now? The conduit is pointless. Sure, it could serve as a distraction, but a distraction for who? We're a team of professionals, team of specialists, sure, but for who? It couldn't just be for us. So he would have had to have laid that trap a long time ago, just to up the chances.
Sovereign's the real threat. Saren's just a servant of the Reapers.
Only you have seen the Reapers, and then only in visions. We won't invade the Terminus systems because of a dream.
Do you not have body cams? Saren was speaking about it himself. What are you talking about right now? No, you know, our body cams would also be tantamount to witnesses. And the Spectres / the Council don't like witnesses.
If
No.
Saren finds the conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now you're becoming more trouble than you're worth.
You bastard! You're selling us out.
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
Classic. So you choose to be stupid, to play politics. On the off chance that what I said was correct, you won't even take proper action. It's one thing to be unaware, it's another to be willfully ignorant. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no such thing as willful ignorance, there's stupidity.
Are you insane? After everything I've done, you still don't believe me?
I think it's time for you and your team to leave, Commander. This no longer concerns you. The Council can handle this, with my help, of course.
There's the politician. And that's why I couldn't be in politics. I'm liable to kneecap somebody.
Commander, I've got a message from Captain Anderson.
Interesting. How you know I'm here, Joker?
Are you spying on me, Joker?
No, sir. Just knew you were on the ship and figured I'd pass the message on. The captain said to meet him at Flux, that club down in the wards.
Okay, so how'd you know I was on, what, deck 2, I guess? I mean, there's probably biometric sensors, but, you know, the point is, you know, how do you know? How do you know? Sorry about that, I had to adjust the Twitch box. Maximum singularity. Barrier and warp. Oh, well, Liara's been. You just sitting on some things, and some stuff, ain't you, girl? Master throw. Master warp. And one more to first aid, huh? Excuse me.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Yeah.
Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Cool. Thanks.
After years of poor economic performance, ExoGeni has announced that its research colony on Pharos is finally returning a profit. New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for ExoGeni. ExoGeni's stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Interesting. I guess Pharos became profitable again. Wonder how that happened. Now, at this point, your best move is to do whatever you're doing.
Hello, Commander.
Before you continue on to the mission.
Open the rare stocks for you.
If you want to shop, you shop. And you better do it now, because you ain't really going to have the chance to do it again. Well, now. Okay. I understand. And I didn't exactly go through, excuse me, swapping everybody else's gear like I usually do. Okay. You know, it just occurred to me. 1 second. Sorry about that. Just occurred to me. I never did unequip Ashley's stuff. Savant 9. Yes, you may. Right, I forgot he was in Colossus 9. Right, got 2 Colossus armors, and Colossus 9 was the best one I ended up getting for him. I thought I was approaching my inventory limit, but I wasn't sure. Interesting. Sniper rifle that contains upgrades. Yeah, you can take it. Hope I didn't just sell a frictionless material. Oh, he had another Colossus 9. Damn. What's bad is this is probably useful for some of my other people, but it'll be alright. I'm sticking with the same team from here on. Alright, let's just speed through this. It's just gonna take a couple of years. That should do it. Alright. All yours, Rex. Actually. Yeah, the assault rifle was mine because the pistol was gonna be hers. Alright. Good Lord have mercy. Now, I want to say there's nothing else I'm waiting on. Let's hear a little bit more of the news, huh?
Admiral Kahoku, a respected member of the Alliance military, has passed away. The veteran soldier who won the love of his troops during conflict with the Batarians died of natural causes. Kahoku is survived by his wife and 3 children, who are planning a small private memorial service.
Interesting. We all know his natural causes was a lethal injection, and he was left around Rachni and Thorian creepers. So, why keep that secret? Did they truly keep it secret, or did somebody intercept the information and then keep it secret? If they did, then the Alliance would have to be willing to tolerate it, en masse at least. Otherwise, somebody would come out and say something about it. And I highly doubt Shepard's bothered throwing his 2 cents in.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment. Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers gave light. Where there was only ignorance, the Enkindlers gave wisdom. Where there was only silence, the Enkindlers gave the gift of speech. This very station is the work of the Enkindlers, their gift to all their children.
Through passion, there was serenity. Through chaos, there was harmony. Through death, there was the Force.
A research station on Noveria has reportedly been destroyed. The exact cause is currently unknown.
I don't know what you're talking
Given the
about.
research conducted on Noveria, many are blaming the destruction on an experiment gone awry. Administrator Anoleus currently faces criminal charges as a result of the disaster, although the nature of the charges remains unclear.
What? Wow, that's crazy. No idea why anybody would do such a thing. Isn't Noveria supposed to be a faraway ice planet where people don't really do a bunch of talking? Witnesses and all that? I could have sworn. You know, in the news. I don't know. Never been. Might have to go. You folks want to go to Noveria? Why did I come here? Actually, I meant to click Flux.
Did you know Citadel Security is the largest multi-species law enforcement agency in Council space?
Doesn't surprise.
Every time I visit the Citadel, CSEC brings me here for a friendly chat.
You must be one of them shoot first, shoot again, shoot some more when everybody's dead trying to ask a question or two types. If they didn't pull you in for questioning, they wouldn't be doing their due diligence. Oh shit! I wondered what happened to this storyline. What's up? So how'd you get caught?
Yeah, what is it?
Why were you tossed out of there?
Dorian didn't have a clue what I was doing. He assumed I was cheating.
But you were cheating, were you not?
I was just tipping the scales in my favor, only as an experiment.
I mean, I wasn't murdering them. I was just, you know, jabbing it with my blade repeatedly through the lungs and the heart and the brain. I mean, can you really blame me? I mean, they're just so stabbable.
It still sounds like cheating to me.
To you, maybe. But this device is merely intended to simulate situations and record results. Recording losses is easy, of course. Nobody notices those.
Yes, but in order for it to simulate simulations, it has to alter an original program. And the fact that you're doing something like that means it has to alter the program that you're actually interacting with, which is not your program.
Why do you need to record these outcomes?
Ah, now you're getting to the heart of it. I've spent the last 5 years developing a system that can accurately predict wins and losses on the Quasar. I just need a few more recorded wins and I can complete the algorithms.
A predictive... God, I cannot stand these predictive algorithms. They have their uses, but I do not trust it. If y'all have ever seen Minority Report, that whole movie is predictive algorithms. It seems crazy, but truth has always been stranger than fiction.
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Does the device help me win?
The device is set to emit a frequency that will slightly increase your odds. Nothing like my system eventually will, but enough to allow you to record your wins more quickly.
So yes, it will help me win.
What's in this for me?
Keep your winnings. That should be payment enough, I think.
Does the device help?
Nothing like my system eventually will, but
Why not,
enough to allow
bro?
me to
Just
report
sell it
everything
now.
quickly.
That way you have less liability for what you
Why
do.
don't you just sell the device then?
What? No. This device is archaic. It uses brute force to achieve its goal. Besides, you saw how easily it was detected. My system, when it's complete, will be far more efficient and completely undetectable.
No, I'm good, bro. You
I
do
think
your
I'll
thing.
take my chances the old-fashioned way.
Suit yourself. Well, I have some calculations to do. Goodbye.
Oh, no doubt. I have no doubt they also have calculations they're probably doing.
Soldier, I've got a major situation, and I need help from somebody with humanity's interests at heart.
Yeah.
What kind of situation are we talking about?
Of course, right to business. That's why humanity has the best damn fleet in the galaxy. My name is Elias Keeler. I'm an alliance negotiator. We've got a big session coming up with the Solarians. You wouldn't believe what's riding on this. I'm fighting for humanity on this one, just like you are.
Seem kind of wild up there, guy. I'm not gonna call it an act. He's obviously trying to sell me something, but it depends on what he's trying to sell and if it truly matters.
I understand. It's important. So what do you need?
Well, in order to do my best for humanity, I need the best resources on the market. There's a mental stimulant that increases alertness and cognitive function. It's legal, but restricted. I've purchased the monthly limit, and I need more from the medbay.
Okay. Let's go through this.
What is this stimulant exactly?
Oh, I don't know the medical terms, but it increases mental capacity, short-term recall, that sort of thing. It helps me stay focused, and it keeps me sharp. Nothing gets by me when I'm on it.
Some of that focusing from The Simpsons, huh?
If you know the monthly limits, why did you go over them?
The negotiations were supposed to be last week, but the Solarians stalled it, probably deliberately. If I don't get the stimulant, I'll be a wreck. My assistant will take over, and that would be a disaster.
Interesting. Why would it be a disaster?
Is your assistant incompetent or just inexperienced?
Worse, he's an alien sympathizer. My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them we're reasonable. No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Yeah, forget my assistant.
I partly agree with you, but in order to show them we're in charge, we need to be in charge and be worth being in charge. You don't start pissing contests for no reason. Now, the delay is quite interesting. Politics, it wouldn't surprise me. The Solarians might have had something going on, but it very much wouldn't surprise me if they did delay. Well, I mean, I hate to say the word dossier, but their dossier says as much. I don't really like to lock people down to files and whatnot. It's not to say those files are inaccurate, but you want to be careful with how much you stick to a person's file when you deal with them. Sometimes it'll have you jump to the end of their sentence before they do, and then lo and behold, there's a problem. Either that problem means you and them go their separate ways, or some weirdness pops off. But the hell? All right. But there's a point that we do need to be reasonable. At the end of the day, we are the new kids on the block. If we want these people to be fine with us paying for the groundskeeper, we need to look like we can afford it.
Why is this deal so important?
The Solarians want to set up long-term trade agreements. There are billions of credits at stake. If I don't get the drug, my assistant will take over and mess up the whole deal. It would be a disaster.
See, I'm not gonna lie. That assistant's description does kind of give me pause, because this is one thing to be reasonable. It's just another completely bend over backwards and give nothing but utter levels of ground. The way he describes it is going to be that case, but I don't have any perspective on either one of these men. What I do know is whether he wants to be or not, he is high as a kite, and he's kind of a liability at this point.
You should put some trust in your assistant. Didn't you train him?
My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them we're reasonable. No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Yeah, forget my assistant.
Again, Your goal might not be to get it to be an addict. Your goal right now might not even be to ask me for something to scratch that itch. You might legitimately be saying what you say, and in your mind, that is all it is. But you are an addict, bro. You are riding that train hard.
Keeler, you've got a problem. You need to get treatment.
It might look that way from the outside, but this is just a one-time slip-up. All the top negotiators are on stimulants close to the legal limit. It's the way the game is played.
I believe that, and it looks like you've gone over it. Now again, the Solarians may have played their game, but here you are, needing more because they played their game. If they played their game and played chess, you have lost.
I don't see all the top negotiators soliciting help to go over the legal limit, Keeler.
Maybe you're right. I've been trying to keep humanity strong, and maybe I've pushed myself too hard. I'll tell you what, this will be the last time I use the stimulant. After this deal is finished, I'll get treatment.
In one ear and out the back of the head. Again, you may have pushed yourself. You stated that, but then you also make it a point to say, but. Dude, if that right there don't tell you that you are stuck right now, I don't know what else will. If he fails these, I'll tell you what'll really shake his mind. Not only if he fails these negotiations, but if he becomes worse than his associate and outright capitulates left, right, and center just for more stimulant or whatever else. Just give ground. Maybe we can stop these arguments and I can go get my stimulant and I'll feel
No
better.
trade negotiation is worth ruining your life for. Let it go and get help.
You don't understand. Humanity needs me, and I need that stimulant. Without it, I don't know anymore. I get so tired when I run out of the stimulant. I just need one more boost.
You do know. You're literally telling me. I get so tired. Problem. When I run out. Problem. Of the boost. Of the stimulant. Problem. You are literally telling me everything that is wrong.
There's no shame in having a problem, but you have to get treatment.
You're
Exactly.
right. I'll go tell my assistant. I shouldn't be working like this. I'll get help. I'm just sorry it came to this.
You and me both, brother. Damn. Now some trades, some things you will have to really sacrifice for. This may have been one of those. But just from its look, he is gone.
Still can't believe that could happen out in the open like that.
Neither could he. The CSEC agent said there has been an increase in violent crimes in this area lately.
Did he say why?
No, he kind of skirted the issue.
It's those damn humans, if you ask me.
They're not all bad, they're just different, mostly.
I don't like them. They all act like they've been living here forever. The Citadel is ours.
And that is another issue that a lot of races do have with us. It's not that we're here, it's that we act like we've owned the place long before any of their races even found it. The start of the game, the damn captain was telling us that we should be leading the council 26 years after meeting aliens. It's like, bruh. And again, we do need to take care of our own interests, but there are limits to this shit.
Hey, Jenna came back looking for work. Thanks for getting her out of Cora's den.
You sound upset.
Glad to help out.
Yeah, everyone seems real happy to have her back.
I sense that you are less than pleased with her return.
I'm glad she's out of the den. I'd just forgotten what it was like to have her around. I haven't had a decent tip since she got back.
Okay, I see. So your sister's the bubbly one, you're the quieter one. And because of that, she's the one that's approachable, or seemingly approachable. I feel bad for you with that. That is cold. That really is cold.
I'm glad you came.
Captain.
I heard what happened.
Yeah. It was interesting. They basically railroaded me. Kind of how they did you. You think they would have gave you another assignment or something, but instead they... Because if you caught it at the beginning, or I think we ran over the codex, he was supposed to get the Normandy. The Normandy, when we got it, we were doing a shakedown run. testing its system, seeing what it can do. And he was supposed to get the Normandy right then and there. Matter of fact, I think he was recently promoted to captain only to effectively be pushed to the side.
They pulled me off the mission. Just like when they forced you to give up the Normandy.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
Damn, 46 minutes been on the station that long? It's not that surprising. This station eats up time, boy.
There's only one ship that can get me into the Terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy's systems. But if we override the Ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the Terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
And what happens to you?
If we steal the Normandy, you're the one left holding the bag.
And if Saren finds the conduit, life as we know it is over. The Reapers will destroy us. Humans, Asari, everybody. You're the only one who can stop him, Shepard. So I'll do whatever it takes to get you on the Normandy and off this station.
Alright, old school, but what about my
Stealing
crew?
the Normandy is mutiny. What if the crew won't help me?
The Normandy's your ship now, Commander. Her crew will follow you to the ends of the galaxy. We both know that.
Setting aside everything, I kind of need a crew at all those stations that we pass constantly. Thank you for this, Captain.
I won't forget this, Captain. I promise.
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That is a restricted area patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
So, suicide mission? Nah, any other options?
You're gonna get yourself killed. There has to be another way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown order. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He won't just stand by while you use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
The Ambassador will not forgive this, Captain. You will be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the Ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
This is an instance of better to ask for permission, for forgiveness than permission. Break into the Ambassador's office. Less dangerous.
You'll have a better
More
chance
effective.
Uh,
if you go after the Ambassador's computer.
I was hoping you'd say that. The Ambassador has made this personal. You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
Sir, yes, sir.
Let's do it.
I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
As we talk about a black Auburn broad Citadel light.
Hey, good to see another human.
What's up? Good to see another human, man. Did I ever oh shit. Forgot about this 1 second. Sorry about that.
Excuse me. You're the Spectre, right?
Yeah.
Commander Shepard, it is an honor to speak with you.
And you would be?
What's this demonstration about?
I'm Charles Saraceno of the Terra Firma Party. With Armistice Day coming soon, we're making our voices heard by the alien appeasers on the Presidium. Can I count on your support in the next election?
Support for what specifically in terms of your alien appeasers?
You're marking the end of the First Contact War with a protest?
As we have every year for the last 26 years. The war taught humanity a lesson that some would forget. If we don't stand up for ourselves, no one else will.
Well, I partly agree with that, but in the end, you didn't learn anything because the council stepped in and kept this from escalating, unless you forgot that part.
I thought the lesson of the First Contact War was that there's other life in the galaxy, and they have opinions too.
Perhaps so, Commander. But if aliens feel free to express their opinions at gunpoint, why shouldn't we?
Because they have bigger guns?
If they have bigger guns, we should increase military spending. Instead, we sign away our right to defend ourselves with treaties.
I like the way you think.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he's not entirely wrong. He's not exactly right either, but it's the concept of MAD. We have it down here, mutually assured destruction. It's why both sides won't just be firing nukes everywhere. And if, well, like he said, if they feel it necessary to voice their opinions at gunpoint, why shouldn't we? So then, if we don't have the big enough military, good enough military, it stands to reason we're going to have to increase military spending. Still. Let's see where you go with this.
What are you running for?
I'm seeking one of the 5 spacer seats in Parliament. They have certain Baroque conditions for a citizen to be able to vote for them. You have to spend more than 6 months a year in space, but you can't have stayed in any one settled system for more than a month. You do spend most of your time in space, Commander.
That is some criteria. So you can't build up a bias for any place you're at on a consistent basis. You have to be able to look at all of it as clearly and, well, precisely as possible. I actually do admire that.
I don't know Terra Firma's platform. What do you stand for?
Our core value is that Earth must stand firm against alien influences, politically, culturally, and in the worst case, militarily.
That is not unreasonable, but some of the things these people are saying sound a bit bigoted.
Excuse me, I don't believe human politics are any of your business.
What the Alliance does affects everyone around it.
I was gonna say I disagree. I understand where he's coming from, but we're making choices that are going to affect the galaxy. So yeah, it's kind of wise that they do keep track of our politics, just as we keep track of
We
theirs.
live in this galaxy, Mr. Saraceno. We can't pretend that what we do affects no one else.
No, of course not. My apologies. I only meant to point out that other species have no right to interfere in Alliance politics.
I can grant that. See, and this is what one of my issues with Mass Effect. There isn't as much middle ground a lot of the times as there should be. There are aspects of what he says that are quite sensible, quite understandable. Now, he could be dressing those things up to make them seem that way, but that's what politicians do anyway. That wouldn't be any different than what the Council already does, and what Udina does, and what whoever else does. You know, that Elias Keller probably does the same thing, brokering deals. The best answer is that the appeasers are right. Because at the end of the day, at least their position is to hear others out. Whereas your position, it still hears others out, but your position is more of a, you ain't human, this ain't got nothing to do with you. And while you may be willing, even if you didn't just backtrack right there and you're lying, you may be willing to give more ground to such a concept. How many would actually be willing to give ground and say, no, you're an alien, so get out of our politics, get out of our news, you don't need to know none of it. What we choose to tell you is what we choose to tell you. Or sign in for Humanity's News Network, you know, the sub is $12.99.95 a month or some shit, and then there we go.
Sorry, I believe we need to work peacefully with other races.
We've heard that before in human history. Well-meaning naivete leads to declarations of peace in our time. We can't allow anything like Shan-Shi to happen again. I don't suppose I could convince you to issue a public statement of support for my candidacy. The support of the first human Spectre would be invaluable.
Interesting.
The occupation of Shan-Shi couldn't happen again. We weren't even sure there were aliens to garrison against back then.
Flawed
it's still
logic.
Simple, Commander. Shan-Shi is the only human territory ever occupied by an alien species.
If it can happen once, damn near anything can happen again.
It's still a powerful symbol, Commander. Shan-Shi is the only human territory ever
See,
occupied by an alien species.
I can't support that.
It's inappropriate for an active duty officer to publicly comment on politics.
Of course. I thank you for your time, Commander. Remember Terra Firma on the
Oh, that's a different stance. So he kind of was willing to, but not really. If Ashley was here, the second he mentioned Shan-Shi, she'd tear into his ass. It's interesting. Now, mind you, he'd still bring his arguments, but Were you at Shanxi? Did you have to deal with Shanxi? Is that you? That was interesting. Didn't expect that. See, and that's funny. The only reason I came down there is because at those stairs, once you get to the bottom of those stairs and it gets back up, like out into the area that I was actually in, where I talked to him, there's that Emily Wong. I wanted to see if she had another job, but I think we did all her work, so I didn't expect that conversation.
So you've spent your entire adult life just studying old Prothean junk?
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
It's good for you. A nice explosion every now and then keeps the mind sharp.
I agree with that, Rex. It's not like turmoil is a good thing, but you know, you gotta keep on your toes sometime. Ain't nothing wrong with being content, but being comfortable as a person, man or woman,
Stand by.
it's how you allow some of the worst aspects of yourself to take over. Contentment is just fine. Complacency is another form of being comfortable.
Anderson?
Never be comfortable.
What are you doing here? I didn't set...
Don't ever play with matches.
Get us out of here, Joker. Now.
Now I'll say this much. One second. Sorry about that. Got a notification. Now, you can get comfortable. Just don't be comfortable. You can get comfortable in comfortable surroundings, right? You can get comfortable around people that you trust. You can get comfortable around your significant other, so on and so forth. Don't be comfortable. Being comfortable is being complacent. It never works out. You show me one person that does work out for, I'll show you an anomaly, a lie, or somebody that it hasn't hit yet. Sorry about that. Knock the mic. A ghetto time. Sashay, huh? Hold on. Sort of went out of those fast. Might not have gave you folks a chance to pause and read them. So it's replaying this to the system, huh? Alright. Well, if that ain't some imagery. All right. Yeah, I didn't expect so much of time being spent on the Citadel. That was wow. Do I remember that cutscene?
Commander? We've got company.
Have their sensors picked us up yet?
Well, stealth systems are engaged. Unless we get close enough for a visual, they won't have any idea we're here.
Picking up some strange readings from the planet's surface.
Take us down, Joker. Lock in on the coordinates.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away.
We'll never make it in time on foot. Get us something closer.
There is nowhere closer. I've looked.
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Saren is 20.
20 meters? We'll never get in close enough for a drop.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone.
There is no other landing zone.
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option. It's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Joker,
I can do it.
gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
And there it is. Let's drop right on top of that bastard. Liara, Rex. Time to put in that work. Stealth systems engaged.
You two, keep moving inside now.
Some nasty work, man. Nasty work.
We have to get inside this bunker before Saren finds the conduit. There is no way we're getting past that door with brute force.
Saren found some way to open it. There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex.
We will have to find some way to get it up and running again.
Man put us right at the front door with his game. Now that's skill. Yeah, I'll just give you cryo rounds. No point in decreasing the damage you do. Wait, is that? Yes, it is. Okay. Tried to push him, but for some reason it chose not to. I think it pushed the one behind him. That's funny. Rex. Hey there, guys. What the fuck? huh? Okay. Guess we're not ready to sing A's at that moment. That was human error. Alright. Children, gather round, gather round. Yep. So that, well, Mike. Okay. Okay, we're done here. Fish in a barrel. Medical exoskeleton 10. Weird. Oh shit. Might have to switch my batteries out here, folks, here in a bit. Apparently, ones I had charging weren't charging as much as I thought. Fantastic. Down, Bubba. Could have sworn there was something else to that path. Oh, I got stuck for a second. That was weird, boy. Progress. What the? Weird. What? Okay, y'all saw that, right? It let me fail succeed? Okay, game.
This place still has power. It must be running off its own generator.
This must be the command center for the entire complex. Saren's troops must have sealed the doors from here after he went inside. We will have to figure out how to disengage the security lockdown if we ever want to get inside that bunker.
Yeah, well, now we know what to do. Or what we need to do, rather. Excuse me. Where are you? There you are. Let's just override. missed one. You know, it's funny. I don't think I don't think it existed in the original game, the ability to hack these. Kind of wild.
Come, Saren already has a head start. We have to go find him before he reaches the conduit.
Unless he's already found it, then we're just walking into a trap.
That is a chance we will have to take.
Hold on. Something's happening.
Too late. Unable to... Invading fleets. No escape.
Sounds like some kind of message, but I don't recognize the language.
It is probably in Prothean. This recording must be 50,000 years old. No wonder we cannot understand it.
Well, it's kind of surprising that y'all can't, but I guess because of the
The
cipher.
message is all broken up, but I recognize some of the words. It's a warning against the Reaper invasion.
Of course. Between the beacons and the cipher, an understanding of the Prothean language would have been transferred into your mind.
Not safe.
Anybody else want it?
Seek refuge
Can't be the only one.
inside the archives.
What's it saying? Take out anything useful.
Fought Reapers. The Citadel. Overwhelmed. Only hope. Act of desperation. The conduit. All is lost.
Christ. Worst time for something like that to happen. Damn, I almost want to reload that section just to be able to hear this properly. Hold on, folks. Let me make sure we're still good. Sounds like there is a hitch. I was worried about that.
It said something about the conduit, but it's too degraded to help. We should go.
Cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped.
Whoa. I hate when that happens. Still haven't been able to figure out why it does. None of my research ever points me to anything remotely near the problem. But thank God it's over. Onward we ride. Rex. Now that we've handled that, we're back up here where we originally started and are now ready to continue on, children. Hold on. Did I ever do anything about the audio in this game? I did. Apparently it wasn't enough. Damn. But it's gonna be the end of episode 23 of Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition on the Xbox Series X, folks. Xboxa. If you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, a follow, subscribe here on YouTube, both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night.